I'm ready. Let's go.
This is how you do it, right?
Yes. Now we're going to do your eyebrows.
Am I closing it? It's fine.
I obviously did an amazing job, and I say this with a lot of confidence.
You did amazing.
It's not that bad.
I mean, you have a little as well. Just a little.
Welcome back to Miss Universe. We started the night with 94 contestants, and so far, 15 semifinalists have emerged. 5 from Africa and Asia Pacific, 5 from Europe, and 5 from the Americas. And here's some really good news for all of you left on this stage. We've got 5 more spots available. That's right, our wild card selections can come from any of the 3 regions, and we're going to find out who they are right now. The first of our wild card semifinalists from the Americas, USA. How are you?
I'm very, very grateful. Very grateful.
Yes. Listen, you've listed one of your hobbies as biking like Beyonce. Okay, what does that mean?
Well, I love those, fad fitness classes. I teach Pilates, but my favorite thing is the cycling classes where they turn all the lights off and they turn on all the colored lights and you sweat and it's so loud in there with all the music. Specifically, Beyonce is my favorite. And you can't even hear yourself when you're panting. So some people think it's torture, but I love it. So do you want to join me next time?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't like riding bikes real fast, and I like slow cars.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in New York City, you would work out well because traffic is very slow. Yeah.
I can only do 3 days in New York. That's enough for me. Congratulations to you. It's been a great week. Keep your head up. You're doing wonderful. Thank you, USA. America's is Venezuela. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did it, boy. These wild card spots are tough. Listen, you began college at the age of 15. What was it like studying alongside students who were so much older than you?
Well, it was not so easy because at first I didn't know how to relate with older people and professionals. But then I learned relate with her with following their example with responsibility and discipline. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Venezuela. Only 3 more spots remain. Our next semifinalist from Africa and Asia Pacific is Indonesia. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Little Ezra.
Huh?
How little Ezra?
How what?
Little Ezra, your grandson?
Oh, my grandson, Ezra. Wow.
I know it.
I forgot I had a grandson named Ezra. That's really great. Jesus. Hey, listen, let me ask you this question. You have 6 siblings. 6. They all practice 4 different religions. Does that make for an awkward family dinner?
Well, it is really a lively conversation, and you know what? My mom is the queen in my family. I think she's watching me right now.
and I have to behave. But most of the time in our dinner, we always make a joke. Who gonna do the dishes after this? But absolutely not me. That's it.
Oh, you don't do dishes?
Well, I do, but sometimes I just like, I don't want to do it because I'm the youngest one, that's all.
It's okay, I don't do dishes either. Yeah, I don't even know where the dish is at. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kapun ka.
Thank you, Indonesia. Our 19th semifinalist, who is one step closer to the crown from the Americas, is Brazil. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Congratulations. Okay, you spent a week living with the tribe in the Amazon. What was the most important survival skill that they taught you?
To respect and value nature is important for our survival. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Brazil. Well, this is it. Get ready. Our 20th and last semifinalist from Africa and Asia Pacific is Australia. Congratulations.
Thanks, but did you have to make me come last? I mean, oh, the nervousness.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, last. I've been last a lot. Wow, well, you're here.
I made it.
Okay, now listen to this. In your bio, it says that you like to tell jokes. Is that true?
Ooh, yeah, but I'm not sure if they're quite PC enough sometimes.
Well, I'm going to give you the mic. Here's your chance. National TV, one joke.
Goodness. Well, thanks, Steve, but it is your day. I don't want to steal your thunder. However, an optimist and a pessimist met in a bar. The pessimist said, oh, things just couldn't get any worse. And the optimist said, no, of course they can. I said I could tell jokes. I didn't say they'd be good.
All right. Well, if you're like me and you don't know what a pessimist is, this joke kind of died for you. Thank you, Australia. That was pretty good, though. Got to get a dictionary. Well, congratulations to our top 20 semifinalists. Tonight, we began with the record number 94 Miss Universe contestants. After a tough preliminary competition, the most determined competitors stood out from the pack, and our selection committee chose 20 outstanding semifinalists. Let's meet them once again.
Australia.
Belgium.
Brazil.
Your eyes follow like a spotlight.
Canada. Costa Rica. Curacao. Great Britain. Hungary.
Your body's hot, your body's hot.
Indonesia. Ireland. Jamaica. Nepal. Philippines. Poland. Puerto Rico.
You can be cool.
South Africa. Thailand. USA.
Your body's hot, your body's hot.
Venezuela. Vietnam.
Your body's hot.
Now, this year, we've added an all-new round of competition we call the opening statement. Each contestant has prepared a personal message to share with the world. We will hear from our top 20, and then the selection committee will narrow the field to 10. Let's check in with Ashley, Carson, and Lou for more.
Thank you, Steve. Okay, so this is a really new round, and it's a complete game changer. What do you guys think of this new element?
I think it's great because I think it gives the audience and also the selection committee a chance to really get to know all of these women.
Yes. And Lou, what do you think?
I love it. I love it because speaking is very important in this job, probably more so than walking because she doesn't do Fashion Week.
Right.
And I love that the Universe organization is always trying new things.
Right. And I do love it because we get to hear what they have to say. Because when you are crowned Miss Universe, it's not just about being beautiful, being in a swimsuit. It's about poise and what you have to say for the universe and your country.
What you're passionate about.
Yes.
You know, each of them has a platform, so I think it's a great moment. We get a little bit of a taste of that.
Yes, I do love that. All right, Lou, you spent a lot of time with these women. So what do you think that they need in order to shine here?
They need to be themselves, and right now, Great Britain rocked my world.
Yes!
I knew she could speak. I had no idea she could sing like that. Love Canada. She comes across with old Hollywood glamour. I'm a little worried about Belgium. She's very shy.
Yes, she is. Okay, so now that we're going to head back to Steve for our first 10 opening statements.
Thanks, Ashley. We're giving all of our semifinalists 15 seconds. Contestants, tell us the most important thing you want the world to know about you. South Africa, start us off.
Sawadika, Thailand! As a medical student and tuberculosis survivor, a disease that kills millions of people every year, I'm one of the lucky few to survive, and I'm able to tell my story through my #BreakTheStigma campaign. And I hope I can encourage everyone out there who's facing any adversity or any challenge to speak up about their story. Khap khun ka.
Philippines, you're next.
Working in some of the poorest areas of my country, I found that it was a lack of child support, not poverty, that killed their dreams. A child once told me, "Kat, that's just not my life, and those dreams aren't meant for me." But I stand here today because someone believed in me, and we owe it to our children to believe in them. Kapong ka.
Nepal, step on up.
I see myself as a pioneer. I'm a first-generation immigrant and a first-generation college graduate. That fact alone has made me value my dreams and feel empowered. I now work to empower the women and girls in my community who face menstrual health challenges by providing them health training, solutions, and health education. Kasodika.
Vietnam, it's time.
Xin chào. I am an ethnic minority. I'm just to get married at 14, but no, I'm show education from nothing. I'm here. I am. I can do. You can do it. Thank you.
Thailand, what would you like the world to know about you?
To many, I dream an impossible dream to be a Miss Universe. I dare to overcome all fear of failure, criticism to join this journey. And I'm doing with all I am and all I have to fulfill not only my dream, but the dream of Thai people.
Poland, you're up.
The fact that I'm standing here is the proof that it's always worth to be yourself. And this is the message, especially for the youngest girl. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be the best version of yourself. And you have to work hard and also believe in yourself. Thank you so much.
Belgium, let's hear from you.
Je tenais à vous dire qu'à l'âge de 13 ans, je n'acceptais pas mon corps.
I wanted to tell you that at age 13, I didn't embrace my body.
Et je voudrais faire passer un message à toutes les femmes.
And I would like to pass on a message to all women.
Soyez fortes.
Be strong.
Ne laissez jamais personne vous juger.
Don't let anybody judge you.
Être ici devant vous est ma plus belle réussite. Kapunka.
To be here in front of you is my biggest success. Kapunka.
Great Britain, it's your turn.
When a knee injury ended my dreams of becoming an Olympic athlete, I quickly realized that in this life, we are all entitled to more than one dream. This belief inspired me to become a barrister and the advocate for victims of acid attacks and equal pay. This is what I want the world to remember me for. Thank you.
Hungary, step to the mic.
After I graduated at high school, I decided to travel as a model. I ended up in the most beautiful places all around the world, but I felt so aimless and alone. Now I'm back to Hungary studying at the university, finance and accounting, and I'm very satisfied and happy with my life. Thank you.
Ireland, our 10th semi-finalist, do your thing.
As a nurse with a dream of opening my own female health clinic, I want to use my knowledge and my experience to educate women on how to look after themselves. I want to raise awareness about female health, and as Miss Universe, I would shine a light on the unfortunate stigma that surrounds female health in society. Thank you.
Well, 10 down and 10 to go. After the break, the remaining semi-finalists share their personal messages when Miss Universe returns live on Fox. Welcome back to Miss Universe. Before the break, we heard 10 semi-finalists share their opening statements. Now it's time to hear from the rest. Contestants, it's your turn to tell us something important that you want the world to know about you. Curacao, lead us off.
Despite of society's ideology of beauty, the most important thing for me is to stay true to the woman I was created to be, making sure to express the highest and the truest expression of myself with love, respect, and a lot of confidence.
Costa Rica, you're next. Costa Rica, you're next.
Well, I come from a place where they taught me to find happiness in the simplicity of nature and the healing power of love. This is why I don't dream with a physical crown or a title. I dream with the opportunity to represent each and every one of you behind that screen that still believe that the world can be changed by planting seeds of love and acceptance. Thank you.
Canada, step on up.
I'm fortunate enough to come from the land of opportunity. I was blessed with a 10-year modeling career that took me around the world, where I realized that there's a need for change. I chose to be a part of that change by studying biomedical engineering so that I can help people all around the world regardless of who they are and where they come from. I believe that it's important to always be the hardest working person in the room. Thank you.
Puerto Rico, let's hear from you.
El universo debería saber de mí que soy una luchadora y una creyente, que no he tenido una vida fácil.
I've been a fighter and a believer. I haven't had a very easy life.
Y aunque muchas puertas se me han cerrado, nunca he perdido la fe.
And even though many doors have closed on me, I have never lost my faith.
Y tampoco he dejado de creer en mí.
And I've never stopped believing in myself.
Por eso, a donde quiera que voy, siempre llevo un mensaje de esperanza.
That's why wherever I go, I always want to deliver a message of hope.
Inspiro y motivo a las personas a que sigan sus sueños, porque pueden alcanzar lo que ellos se propongan.
I want to inspire and motivate people to achieve their dreams, whatever those may be.
Kapunka.
6 more semi-finalists left. Jamaica, what would you like the world to know about you?
I started my Miss Universe journey despite my insecurities. I know that I actually started it to work on my insecurities. And I know that I've realized that a queen defines their own perfection. I know I have what it takes to inspire, to relate, and most importantly, to comfort young women across the world and across the universe. Thank you so much. Sadika.
USA, step forward.
As a certified child life specialist, I break down medical jargon to relieve anxieties. As the next Miss Universe, if I were to be chosen, I would utilize my career experience as well as my own hospitalization to bring children from around the world child life strategies, because I don't believe any child needs to feel alone or scared. Thank you. Kapunka.
Venezuela, you're up.
I have learned to be confident, constant, and determined woman. Thanks to the example for my mother, who gave me the valor in my family. He fought and beat the cancer. In a country where the people suffer the consequence, they don't find the medicine. I am here so proud to shout to the world that we, Venezuelans, are warriors of love. Kapunka, Thailand.
Indonesia, step up to the mic.
Being raised with a family from 4 different religions and seeing that there's many cultural differences and also religion intolerance and gender inequality have been the cause of the trouble in Indonesia, and also persecution inspired me to do a campaign called Be Diverse, Be Tolerant, to encourage all the people to embrace the differences and respect for others. Thank you, Kapunka.
Brazil, it's your time.
Sawadika, Thailand. I am Mayra Diaz, Miss Brazil 2018, and I'm proud of being from the Amazon in Brazil. And my mission is make people aware of the importance of the environment. This is crucial to ensure the future of the next generation. Conserve the Amazon is preserving life on the earth. Thank you so much.
Australia, take us home.
I am an advocate of cultural diversity, and I have come to learn the importance of diversity through my own experiences of growing up biracial in Australia. I believe that there is not one single definition of beauty, but embracing one's difference is what truly makes you beautiful. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top 20. Eliminations are coming up, but first, let's check in with Ashley.
All right, thank you, Steve. As somebody who has worked hard to challenge the conception of how we measure beauty, it's exciting for me in this competition that it gets more and more diverse every year. And tonight, it marks another milestone.
Yo siempre he pensado que era muy positivo soñar.
Angela Ponce is everything you'd expect from the reigning Miss Universe Spain. She's smart, driven, beautiful. But her path has been anything but ordinary and nothing short of extraordinary.
Muchas personas no tienen la información de lo que es ser una mujer transgénero. Tener esa parte de ti que te dice que tu identidad es femenina. La identidad viene con nosotros desde antes de nacer.
Angela is changing history as the first transgender woman to contend for the title of Miss Universe. At a young age, Angela suffered bullying from classmates. But with the love and support of her family, she has faced life with a smile. However, acceptance is still not absolute, even in some corners of the pageant community.
Ya vivimos en un siglo donde no podemos seguir repitiendo patrones pasados. Para erradicar la tolerancia, creo que sería muy importante inculcar esos valores desde pequeños.
Today, Miss Universe Spain is a vocal advocate for inclusiveness. Hers is a message of acceptance for all people, regardless of their differences.
Y de representar a la diversidad del ser humano en el mundo. Así que mi esperanza es que el día de mañana podamos vivir en un mundo en igualdad para todos. Simplemente que entendamos que somos seres humanos y que tenemos que hacernos la vida mucho más fácil los unos a los otros. La realidad de muchas personas van a cambiar. Y si yo eso lo puedo llevar al mundo, yo no necesito ganar mi universo, solo necesito estar aquí.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Ponce.
Welcome back to Miss Universe live from Bangkok. The field of 20 contestants is about to be cut in half. The official accounting firm of Ernst & Young have verified these results. It's time to reveal our top 10. The first to move forward in the competition is South Africa.
I'm studying medicine. I'm a second medical student. Studying medicine, you come face to face with this fine line between life and death. And I think that teaches you how to appreciate life so much more. It teaches you to show love and be compassionate. We need better quality medical care for everyone. Because working in the hospitals, I've seen that in our clinics or in our rural areas, not everybody is treated the same. I definitely want to work in health for the rest of my life. And it requires someone who is really passionate about it to do a good job at being a doctor. And I think I've been blessed with those skills, so I have to use it. It's my responsibility.
South Africa. Also entering the next round is Vietnam.
Hen sinh ra trong một gia đình 6 anh chị em. Với cái phong tục tập quán của người ED thì năm 14 tuổi thì ba mẹ kêu Hen lấy chồng, nhưng mà Hen nói rằng là Hen không thể lấy chồng trong thời điểm này. Sau khi đăng quang Hoa hậu Hoàn Vũ 2017 của tôi thì tôi đã dành hết số tiền thưởng của mình cho các em. Tôi đã mở một thư viện ở một nơi vùng sâu vùng xa luôn. Thư viện này là thư viện thân thiện.
Vietnam earning the the third spot is Venezuela.
Soy estudiante del quinto semestre de Derecho. Decidí estudiar Derecho porque siempre me ha llamado la atención esta carrera. Creo que es una carrera que me puede ayudar a tener un alcance, a aportar algo a mi país, a aportar algo a las personas que más lo necesitan hoy en día. Mi familia es muy grande, repleta de mujeres y de unos chiquitos que alegran nuestras vidas. Todos los fines de semana mi abuela hacía empanadas. Adiós, ¿cómo está? Mis tías y yo la ayudábamos a hacer y vender las empanadas. Ellas me enseñaron que el trabajo es lo que más nos dignifica y que a pesar de las adversidades podemos salir adelante.
Venezuela. Still in the running is Philippines.
And it's just around the corner. I'll be right there next to you.
Once I started music, it just was fulfilling in a way that everything else wasn't. My mom told me that even when I was in the womb, like I was dancing along to music. I'm an only child, very, very close to my parents, especially my dad. He would always say the longest journey starts with a single step. When you have a dream or an ambition and it's so far away and it's so high up, you can feel overwhelmed. But when you look at it as just one step at a time, one day you're gonna look up from your feet and you'll be at your destination. So that's a piece of advice from my dad that I feel I'm gonna apply my whole life.
Philippines. Moving one step closer to the crown is Costa Rica.
When I was 17, I had an eating disorder. It almost ruined my life. You get so much pressure and you spend so much time looking for approval from the outside that you don't understand that the only approval you need to be happy is the one you have to give yourself. And I think one of the things that really helped me get through this was this beautiful relationship I developed with nature. Being out there in the middle of the jungle and just seeing how simple life is. I think that if you developed a healthy relationship with nature, you get to live a healthier, happier life.
Costa Rica. Stepping into the sixth spot is Curacao.
I believe in the quote, each one teach one, and everything I learn I want to teach back to others.
Say hi, Hanchi.
I volunteer with kids with Down syndrome. I am here to be the voice for Down syndrome and any other kids and people with a disability. I am pursuing a bachelor's degree in English teaching, and I am about to become a school teacher. My ultimate goal in life is just to be Akisha, be myself in every single situation in life.
Curacao. Also advancing to the next round is Nepal.
I have a bachelor's degree in public health. College was a little challenging for me because I didn't have the financial means. So I worked 2 jobs and was a full-time student and a honor roll student. So I'm proud to be a first-generation college graduate who also financed her own education. My goal in life is to become a lawmaker. Women are not that well represented when it comes to being in a decision-making position. We only see men. And I want more women to be in those positions so that women's issues are heard and they're addressed
so I want to be a lawmaker.
Nepal. Just 3 spots left. Earning the next one is Canada.
I was 5.5 years old. My father left. It was just me and my mom. We didn't have any money, but we ended up persevering, and it definitely helped build my character. What really inspired me to pursue biomedical engineering is my mother. She is also an engineer, and I saw her struggle in her career because there was a lot of discrimination going on towards women in engineering at that time, and I wanted to be the one to break that stigma. Shattering glass ceilings feels absolutely spectacular. I hope that I can be an example and show that you can do whatever you set your mind to.
Canada. Locking down the 9th spot is Thailand.
I am working as an investment banking manager. My work role is to give a company a plan and strategy what they would want to invest in solar energy. Many times people don't know who am I, what is my goal, what is the purpose of being here. That's why I set up the project called Unlock and Map.
Everyone has power to empower.
Many people say they have a fear in their heart. Those fears lead to lack of self-confidence, which is number one obstacle of every woman. I want to unlock those people from fear all over the world.
Thailand. Eleven women are still hoping to hear their names called, but only 1 spot remains in the top 10. The last contestant to make it into the next round is Puerto Rico.
We celebrate everything in Puerto Rico. We are very happy people. We help each other, and Puerto Rican people, they keep working hard, and we are resilient. It was the Hurricane Maria that hit us last year. It was a very hard moment for Puerto Rico. We were very scared because we didn't know what will happen with us. We lost many lives, we lost houses, we lost our jobs, but we're still here. Puerto Rico will get stronger. We all have to work together.
Puerto Rico. Let's hear it for our top 10 finalists. Each of these outstanding women have risen above the rest, and now they're set to battle it out for the Miss Universe title. When we come back, we're going head-to-head in the swimsuit competition. The crown is on the line. This is Miss Universe live on Fox.
Okay, good.
Welcome back, everybody. The swimsuit round is just ahead. But earlier this week, our contestants competed in one of my favorite parts of Miss Universe. It's the national costume competition. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Outfits that you would not believe. Check it out.
I represent power.
I'm gonna be all light enough.
Welcome to the 2018 Miss Universe National Costume Show.
Please welcome
Guatemala!
Vietnam!
It took more than 60 days to produce this masterpiece.
I wanna raise your spirit.
Well, I'm here with the winner of the national costume competition, which was Laos. How are you?
I'm doing good, Steve. Thank you.
Let me ask you something. The inspiration for this costume right here. You must have friends in your life that you consider dead weight.
Not really.
You know, friends that's just along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know, people hanging on, don't pull their own weight.
Yeah.
Waiting on you to move so they can move.
I know, I have these too. So.
Yes, I have a lot of these. I should have this costume. This is absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud for winning the best national costume today and represent my country, Laos. So this is the first year that we're participating in Miss Universe, so I'm so glad that we make it this far.
Well, congratulations, you did it. I gotta get me one of these. This is nice. Hey, let's check in with Ashley, Carson, and Lou.
All right, thank you, Steve. Now, Carson, I hope you're ready because it's just moments away from the swimsuit round.
I know, that is my absolute favorite. And this year, all of our contestant swimsuits were designed by Thailand's own princess, Siri One Not Worry. And the princess has been making some serious waves in the fashion world. Lou? You loving the new swimsuits?
We love the color, and the girls love the way they move when they're walking in them.
All right, let's get to it, Steve.
Well, our top 10 have been revealed, and now it's time for them to take the stage. At this point in the game, there's no room for mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, the swimsuit competition begins right now. South Africa.
Wow. That's all I can say. She checks all the boxes, and from the moment she walked in rehearsal, I couldn't stop looking at her, and neither could the other contestants. She is definitely crowning material. Look at the walk and the face.
Vietnam.
The swimsuit competition is all about confidence, and Vietnam is just radiating that confidence. She's got a confident walk. She's giving us a little attitude, really working this moment.
Venezuela.
Wow, her turns have always been incredible. She's a perfectionist. She came with a plan, and every move she does is well thought out and executed.
Oh, wow, a slow-mo turn. And then she goes on into giving us that great face, that great attitude. She's killing the game here.
Costa Rica.
Was one of those not afraid to be daring, as you can tell by the way she opened up her cover-up. She caught my eye early on. She came ready to compete, and she has a commanding air about her, even when she's smiling.
Curacao.
out. Kira, wow. I mean, she is commanding the runway. Great smile. And just, you know, again, really exuding that confidence, which is what this swimsuit competition is really all about.
Nepal was not one of those the girls would have put to be here, but has not let me down. She has an intensity with her eyes. I love her flirt. She doesn't smile a lot. Let's see if she gives us some now. Good girl.
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Canada's a real crowd favorite here in Thailand. You can hear the house going wild. She just has a great, easy kind of relaxed kind of glamour about her, and it really works on the runway.
Thailand.
Okay, listen to the cheers. How can she not be energized by all this support? Come on. A serene beauty and extremely confident.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico again, really beautiful, easy elegance, having a great time on the runway, really having fun with this moment and enjoying every step.
South Africa, again, all I can say is wow.
Puerto Rico, Venezuela, a very, very strong group. One of the strongest groups I think we've had in the Miss Universe competition for a long time.
I agree. Okay, swimsuit may be over, but there's a lot more competition ahead.
10 world-class women are all competing for the chance of a lifetime. And by the end of the night, one of them will don the crown. When we come back, the fight for the title continues with the evening gown competition. This is Miss Universe live on Fox. Welcome back to Miss Universe. 1 year ago, the life of Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters changed forever when she became Miss Universe 2017. Let's take a look at her inspiring year after winning the crown.
I always knew that becoming Miss Universe would be life-changing, but I guess I never really knew exactly how much until I got to live it.
Miss Universe is South Africa!
I participated in Las Vegas. It was my first time in the United States, and from there on, I moved to New York City and I began my journey as Miss Universe. I got to travel to countless countries, meet extraordinary people, but what I'm most proud of this year is to have been given the chance to expand my campaign, Unbreakable. Back in June 2017, I was hijacked and held at gunpoint by 5 armed men. Thankfully, I managed to escape that situation by punching the guy in his throat and getting him to back off and eventually run away.
Yes, I punched him.
Unbreakable is a campaign aimed at empowering women with the skills and knowledge on how to handle violence-related situations. Hopefully, through my Unbreakable campaign, I can help inspire change for violence against women to finally end. Looking back at this year and all the experiences I've gained, the places I got to see, the people I got to meet, I think I kind of surprised myself. Being Miss Universe does not happen the moment you win that crown. I truly feel like it happens when you wear that crown for a year and fulfill that role.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the reigning Miss Universe, Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters. Well, how are you, Demi?
I'm doing great, Steve. Good evening, Thailand.
So tell us, Demi, how important is it for you to empower women around the world with your Unbreakable campaign?
Steve, I started Unbreakable through a personal horrifying experience I went through. And becoming Miss Universe gave me a global platform and a global voice. And you know what? I wanted to use that voice to make a meaningful difference in the lives of women all over the world. And I think I managed to do that. I will continue to do that in my country, South Africa, and in every corner of the world that I get to travel to, because no woman deserves to be a victim of violence or crime. Thank you. Kapunka.
Yes, thank you, Demi-Leigh. Hey, listen, we look forward to seeing you back on stage later tonight. All right, now let's check in with Ashley.
Hey guys, I'm back here hanging out in the Chi Lounge, and we've got evening gowns coming up. So make sure you stick around because you're not going to want to miss what we're about to see.
Coming up next, things get stylish when the contestants step onto the stage for the evening gown competition.
Hair and makeup, we gotta do this.
Then, 10 becomes 5, and they face the challenge of the final question.
Going on stage, everyone.
Plus, another electrifying live performance from Neo during the final look.
Stand by.
Oh my God.
When Miss Universe returns, live on Fox.
30 seconds to show. Here we go, everybody. Okay, ladies, here we go. Line up. Showtime.